Hello, and welcome to the second episode of Mastering the Marketing Game with me, Kelly. If you've already watched last week's introduction episode, thank you very much. I appreciate you. If you haven't had a chance to watch it yet, just pop onto my YouTube channel and give it a watch. So last week I talked about me a lot. I thought it was important to start with an introduction video about who I am, where I am in my career, why I'm doing this series, and what I'm trying to get out of it. So that's what I talked about last week. And this week I'm going to talk about the how and the when. Spoiler alert, that's your first framework. This kind of framework is applicable to everything, not just marketing. So defining a why, what, how and when, or a what, why, how and when is really important. I mentioned some people call it a what, why, how and when. I like to go with why, what, how and when. This is probably because I am from a marketing background. For me, maybe more of you, defining the why is the key starting point. Marketing's all about telling a story, so we have to define why we're doing something very, very early on, and then anything that we do after that point needs to always come back to that why. So for me, the why is the first point. I talked about a lot about that last week. I talked about what this was going to be. So it's going to be a video series about marketing frameworks, and this week I'm going to talk about how and when. So let's get into it. How am I going to make this video series? Obviously, I've mentioned in my previous video, I'm doing my apprenticeship in marketing, and I have been doing that for the past 15 months, learning various things about marketing techniques, building on what I already knew before because I've been working as a marketing exec for a while. The things that I've learned, I'm going to collate as well as I can into a video series. It's a little short bite-sized videos for you to dip into. As many marketeers know, if any are watching, acronyms in the marketing world are crazy. Like, there's so many. It's hard to know when to use which one and apply what to different projects. So hopefully me talking through things such as SOSTAC and SWOT, pestels, and me implementing various parts of each one to a project that is unfolding in real time will make it easier for you to understand. And for me to understand better as well, because obviously I have to present a project in a few months to an endpoint assessment board and hopefully get a really good grade in my apprenticeship. The final part of this first framework is the when. So I intend to record video on Monday, it's Monday today, edit on a Tuesday, post the completed video on a Friday. As we're already a few weeks into January, I started looking at this project during the Christmas break and then started filming content in the first week of January. As part of my planning process, I used a SOSTAC plan. So the first part of a SOSTAC is a situational analysis, which is basically defining where you are right now, looking at all of the different things that you want to improve on. So what I'd analysed is, in terms of the filming, there will be weeks where I might not be able to get the content and edit it and post it all in the same week. So as I've mentioned, I've been doing this since the beginning of the year, so I've got a bit of content in the bag for any weeks where I might be unavailable, I might be at a work event, whatever. Great start for a situational analysis to look at that, and I now have a really good solid plan to be ahead by a couple of weeks every week to make sure that I am always posting on a Friday. If I manage it, I'm going to be really happy with myself. So yeah, good luck to me. For next week, I'm going to talk more about the situational analysis, the S of SOSTAC. What I'm going to do is break that down even further into a SWOT, as strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. This is the way I like to do a situational analysis because I think it really helps define where you are right now, looks at your strengths or the strengths that you've got in a wider team, any weaknesses that you can foresee happening, any opportunities, and of course any threats. what you could potentially do within that situational analysis as well, which I may delve into, is customer insights, market trends, competitor analysis, internal capabilities and resources. They're all of the parts of a situational analysis within a SOS stack. I did mention that these were all quite complex, so yeah, stay with me and we'll get there in the end. In the meantime, have a wonderful weekend and I will see you next week.